Well, buddy, let's fucking go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think I'm a boomer. I think I'm a zoomer. I think I'm a doomer. Damn, I'm like a zoomer. Okay. EWGWHITE coming with the heat. I stay fooling with my
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the whole entire world dedicated to radical centrism. I am your host, Ryan. Joining me, as always, is Micah. What is going on, big guy?
It's good to be back, Orion. I'm very excited for today's show. We have a lot of interesting things to cover, a lot of knowledge to lay down, so let's get right to it.
Right to it. You see, I like that. You know, you're the type of guy that you want to get right into it. You don't have time to futz around. You don't have time to just meander. You know, we have shit to do. We're busy guys.
It's important that what we're doing, and that we get straight to business, because we have potentially at some point in time millions of fans that are depending on us.
This is going to go down in the history books, and we need to save those millions of potential fans a lot of time, because there's going to be a long archive for them to go through and re-listen to thousands of times in a row. Micah, let's talk about crowd sizes. You know, the big new talking point from a week ago that's been sweeping the nation. Donald Trump spurging out because Kamala allegedly faked her crowd sizes. Allegedly, he's faking his crowd sizes. AI being introduced.
There's claims of crowd size supplements being taken by the candidates.
Right. And one of the things that I've seen going around about this is like, well, who even cares about crowd size, man? Like, why does size even matter here? Does size really even matter? And look, this is a question that we've all asked ourselves a million times, but it's a lot different in the case of being a politician, holding rallies across the country. You need that big size to feel anything.
It's true. Honestly, generally, mogging your political opponents should be how we determine who's fit for office.
I am a single issue crowd size voter, actually. And that's what it comes down to. That's the only way that you can ethically vote for somebody. Imagine yourself in this situation, Micah. You recently got a lobotomy. So you're like, you know what I should do? I should head into a voting booth. I'm going to go to a voting booth. I'm going to make my voice heard. And you vote for one of the two ordained by God candidates, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. You choose wisely. But wait. You wake up the next day and you chose wrong. Your guy lost. Can you imagine the shame? Can you imagine the shame you would feel to know that you picked wrong? This isn't... A ballot is not a choice. It's a test to see if you have your finger on the pulse of the nation.
Is that why they're multiple choice?
They are multiple choice. And, they have those wacky ones on the bottom that only the most retarded people on the planet fill out.
They're there to throw you off. They're the ones that you're supposed to use the SAT method to eliminate.
Right, exactly. But, if you make that wrong choice, if you wake up and you weren't on the right side of history or herstory, depending how it goes, is there anything more cucked than that?
Letting someone fuck your girlfriend?
No, I don't think so. Look, that's like an 100 on the scale. Voting wrong, getting that test wrong, that's an 110, buddy.
That's true. Because when you let someone fuck your girlfriend, you only have to live with that for as long as you're with them. When you choose the wrong candidate and they lose, you have to live with that for the rest of your life.
And your grandchildren, your children, it's a butterfly effect. They'll have to live with that choice also. You've cucked your entire bloodline, your progeny.
Wow. That's wow.
It really is a big fucking deal. So, crowd size, size does matter, King. Size does matter. Don't let these fake news charlatans tell you any other way. And speaking of crowd sizes, let's talk about the DNC.
Oh,
Lots
boy.
of people. Yeah, oh boy. What a good time. Lots of people showing up. The biggest convention of the year. Anyone got in to pal around, to network. Your network, it's your net worth. And we saw some big political talking heads, politicians, all these sorts of people, they convened to rally and say, look, we are going to decide the fate of the nation. We are strong. We are united. We are, well, I guess in their case, we are gay. In the TNC's case, we are gay. And the gayest among them, I have to say, you sent me this video, was, I think that, is he the governor of Colorado?
Yes, it's shocking video. I don't think anyone is really going to truly comprehend what they're about to hear.
You know, I had to watch it a second time to, decide if I wanted to pull the trigger or not and shoot myself in the head, because
this video may be disturbing to some audiences.
To all audiences. This is not safe for anyone. My grill is. So let's get into this. Let's see what the governor of Colorado has to say about the state of our nation.
As a Redditor, gamer, entrepreneur, and Swiftie from the free state of Colorado, I'm excited
Is he gonna
by
say
Kamala
Jew?
Harris's vision for protecting and expanding our personal freedom,
He's
internet
obviously
freedom,
Jewish.
and economic freedom. Democrats welcome weird, but we're not weirdos telling families who can and can't have kids who to marry or how to live our lives. These Project 2025 people, like Trump and Vance, are not just weird, they're dangerous. They want to take us backwards, but we aren't going back, like ever, ever, ever.
No, I didn't get that far in the video, dude. No, what is this? Bro,
Ryan,
this isn't AI generated.
No,
this has to be AI.
I don't know if you've ever seen the historical film Birth of a Nation, but this is Death of a Nation right here.
Bro, okay, Redditor, gamer, entrepreneur, Swiftie. It's like, choose one pronoun. Choose one. You don't get that many, all right? I'll respect if you're a Redditor, a gamer. What games does he play? What games does he even really play? I don't think he's a gamer.
StarCraft, probably?
I did not hear one hard R that entire time. You, sir, are stealing gamer valor, first of all. And Swiftie? Where did that come from? Why did he say that? No, he's not. That is a lie. That's a bold-faced lie.
Well, it's sad. It really shows the state of politics today. How far we've fallen when people feel the need to grift, this hard to fake who they are, to play pretend in order to garner support. And frankly, not even support that anyone should want.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. My mind, I'm having a hard time with this one, because to hear a 50-year-old man say that. Look, if they had like AOC go up there and say that, that'd be one thing.
Yeah,
it'd be cringe, but at least it's a woman, not a 50-year-old Jewish guy who looks like he just got back from Epstein's Island.
AOC's on TikTok. It would be more believable.
I'm sorry. I gotta move on from this, man. I can't. My brain actually broke from that. Wow. I'm never, ever, ever going to sleep tonight. I'm gonna be haunted in my dreams and my nightmares. I'll see this for as long as I live.
No, yeah, that clip will certainly remain a moment in history.
And the crowd cheered. That's the worst part. People are like, "Yeah, woo! I know
Reddit
that song." Reddit sense activate. They're auditorily upvoting him.
I wish I could have seen
him.
I wish I could have seen the live Reddit reaction that night of people just going, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!"
I feel seen. I feel heard. I feel valid. Wow. But who's not valid, my friend, is Ian Miles Cheong, Asian, the most prolific Asian on X today, on Twitter, Elon Musk's Twitter. He posted a video from the DNC of one AOC. He says about her, many people are saying AOC looks alluring and is making bedroom eyes at political influencers at the DNC pre-show. thoughts. So let's watch that and see if maybe he's on to something. You know what? I've often said about Ian Miles Chong Asian that he's a little fucking freak goblin. He's somehow an Asian, but like the ugliest Asian. They're not a good looking people. But most of them at least look the same. He looks like he was left in the oven too long and is melting, right? Ian Miles Chong is a genetic
Asian,
abomination.
But there's just something not quite right.
Right. He's the type of Asian that looks like it looks like he was crossbred with maybe some sort of fish, even more so than the rest of them. But anyway, let's see what he has to say. Maybe he's on to something. You know, even a broken cuck is right 2 times a fucking day. What's he got?
What are you most looking forward to at the convention this week?
I mean, I love meeting people from all different parts of the country, and to have everyone from Puerto Rico to Alabama all in one room, learning about each other, talking about each other, that's my favorite part about this.
And have the best convention. Great to meet you.
So, you know, I watched this video, and it makes me think Ian Miles Chong Asian. He immediately jumps to, oh well, she's making bedroom eyes. She's doing fuck me eyes. You know, that's what that look means. I've watched a porn before. That's what that means. That's how you know that he has never gotten within arm's reach of sniz ever in his life. He doesn't know the difference between I have to look interested because this is my job eyes and fuck me eyes. He just doesn't get it.
Well, to me, I feel like maybe he was looking, you know, he was watching that video and, you know, his eyes were meeting hers and that's how it made him feel.
Classic wing cuck projection, right?
In fairness to Ian Miles Chong Asian, I have been to conventions like this before, and that is actually kind of 100% what goes on.
Well, yeah. Look, that is something that absolutely happens, right? And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say that these women, they ain't whoring out there. I would never make that argument. Let's not get me wrong.
Whore alert?
Thought alarm? Can anyone pull the thought alarm, please? But that would be a false pull right there. You'd have ink all over your hands, and it would be for nothing because that is the eyes of a woman just doing her job. She has to go around talking to schlubby political streamers. You know, the type of person that went to this convention and heard the Reddit comment by the governor of Colorado and said, "Yeah, that's me. I'm represented." That's the type of person, the type of streamer who's there. And she has to go there and make nice because she's the heckin' relatable TikTok one. But she's not going there and making fuck me eyes at them. She's making fuck me eyes at the people who are going to give her power and prestige, who are going to elevate her position in life, not some random faggot with a Twitch stream.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I do think it needs to be stated for the record that I would.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You know,
I mean, did you see the way that she was looking at me in that clip?
It's like I met my soulmate that day. Yeah, I do think part of it is that Ian Miles Chong Asian, he really overrepresents his importance in the world and what he brings to the table. So he's like, oh yeah, if I went there, you know, there'd be Republic thoughts trying to fuck me too, because you know I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah. God, I can't stand that Ian Miles Chong Asian.
That fucking guy. So, you know, he's not the only retard talking about this. There's actually a retard at the convention. Tim Walz' son, vice presidential hopeful Tim Walz. You know, America's dad. The type of guy that just, you know, be on the lawnmower drinking a beer. That's the type of guy Tim Walz is.
Yeah, no,
you know,
he's a very relatable guy. I saw reports recently that said that he forced one of his girlfriends earlier in his life to watch the movie Falling Down.
Man, I haven't seen that movie in forever. It is
Which
so
is,
nice.
Very real of him.
Dude, it is so nice forcing your woman to watch some fucking incel shit, bro. Some incel core and turning to her and being like, that is so me.
I made my girlfriend watch Joker just the other day.
And she loved it, huh? She related to it just like we do.
Exactly. No,
Or at least she
needed to see
pretended
it.
to, and you only had to swat her phone out of her hands like twice, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Babe, we're watching a movie.
you gotta pay attention. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss the scene.
Look, he's about to shoot this white thug who's assailing him in the train.
He's going Joker mode.
You're gonna miss him going Joker mode, babe. Babe, are you sleeping? Wake up.
But yeah, Tim Walz is that guy. Allegedly,
I heard he also got a DUI at some point.
also based.
Also based. So yeah, he's just, a relatable, cool guy who's gonna potentially run the country. Something that's nice. And he has a retarded son. A son with physical and mental disabilities. And some chuds, they're freaking out because, well, let's watch the clip and talk about it. A video is worth 1,000 pictures. Pictures worth 1,000 words. Do the math, bro. I guess there's no sound for this. So, yeah, let's go back. Look how he tugs at his arm. According to the chuds, this is abuse. This is physical violence. What he's doing to his son right there with Okay, look, first of all, if you have a son that's retarded, why do you give him that haircut? Why did they give him that haircut? Give him a dignified haircut, for God's sake. I think they really brought him on and wanted to display that he was retarded. He might not actually be retarded. They're playing it up.
Especially, like, if you only have 15 years to have hair, like, you can't be doing it like that.
Well, I think most people have more than 15 years to have hair, Micah. That might be a little bit of self-tattle right there, buddy. But I get what you're saying. Doing that to your poor retarded kid, that's the abuse. But simply pulling his arm, getting him in line so he doesn't fucking embarrass you in front of the neighbors, in front of the whole country. He's been having to do this his whole life, dragging this kid around, going to potlucks, barbecues. I can't, I don't know, because he says his own name a lot, but it always comes out like, so it's kind of hard to make out. I think it's Walz, something like that. But look, if you're the parent of a mentally disabled person, such as Tim Walz, he knows this. Maybe the rest of the country.
His name is Gus.
His name's Gus. Oh no, dude. They fucking cursed him. They cursed him with that. He probably came out of the womb with that haircut, bro. He comes out the womb with that haircut. Uh-oh, honey. We're in trouble now.
Fucking Gus. Like,
well, look, what I'm trying to get at here, Mike, is a parent of a mentally disabled, anyone who's interacted with them in any full-scale capacity, you know that you just you got to get physical with them sometimes, man.
Yeah.
You got to get words. Breaking news alert. Words don't really work with them. Their retard hair is like a helmet repelling common sense and just being able to talk it through with them. That's not how it goes. Sometimes you just got to grab them by the arm and jerk them. They don't mind. They don't care. He's still having a great time up there. He thinks this is all for him.
Yeah.
Like, why do these people get offended on his behalf? Oh, he pulled his arm. Oh, aren't these the people who are like, oh, no one disciplines their kids anymore? Oh, a bunch of libtards giving out participation trophies. No, you can't pull your kid's arm. Oh.
I do have to pause for a second and just say that relentlessly making fun of a retarded person before you're about to have a kid is probably not cosmically...
Look. Well, look. It's all satire.
But it's true.
It's all jokes. It's well-meaning. It's
good faith.
Well-meaning.
It's good faith.
It's good faith, so it's okay. And the tests came back good in that respect. Luckily, they didn't inherit that from me, which was really a concern. But
okay,
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But speaking of retards, I wasn't the only retard who went on stage. Probably the most well spoken though was Gus, we also had our boy Biden. He crawled out, made an appearance, and we haven't seen him for a good while. Ever since the debate, he's kind of been in the shadows, away, locked up in the goon cave, doing God knows what. What has Biden been up to? You think about this. I mean, he's the president of the United States. We don't know what's going on with him, but we all hope that he's okay.
Yeah,
we've been worried. Okay, we all hope that he's okay. That it was just a minor slip up. That this isn't a repeated pattern of events that's going to plague him until his imminent death. This is what we all hope. But let's see how he's doing. I just want to check in and see how his speech started off.
To my dearest daughter Ashley, God love you, you're incredible. Thanks for the introduction and for being my courageous heart, along with Hunter and our entire family.
Oh no, Joe! Oh no! So, newsflash: he hasn't pepped up. He had another bad day. The bad days are getting more common. It's tough. That's how it goes, you know. It's not it's a decline, a steady decline. And you hate to see it, but there's this idea that the Republicans have right now. They say, well, he's not competent to run again, but he's competent to govern? How can that possibly be? You're just locking him away so no one sees him. But the reason why we're doing this is because that is an actually true statement. No, he's not competent to run again because he can't talk. He can't get his words out good no more. He's shitting his pants a lot, allegedly.
I don't know who needs to hear this, actually, before you go on. The president doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Newsflash.
It's actually better if he doesn't. He literally can just be asleep, and an aide can just put the bill across his desk that he's been told to sign, and they just grab his hand while he's asleep and use it to sign.
Yank it around like
the bill.
Tim Walz's son.
yeah. Just yank that thing. That's all you need to do. Look, the reason he can't run again is because wingcucks are retarded and think that this is, this is the future of the country. This is the most important election of all time. Everything hinges on this. Whoever is our leader, that's where the bread is buttered. That's where the cookie crumbles.
Indeed.
Is with the president. It's simply not true. Just let him be, man. It's only a few more months. Like, what, 2 more months? Oh, what could possibly go wrong? That's what I like to ask.
What kind of asshole would try to take this away from him? It's like the one thing he has in his life right now.
Yeah, it's the only thing keeping him alive. Keeping him waking up every day at 3 a.m. and peeing for 10 minutes and then going back to bed and waking up again at 5. That's the only thing keeping him waking up like that every single day. And they want to take it away from him. It's just unconscionable. It really is.
The Republicans, going all over the place talking about elder abuse. And how would that not constitute elder abuse? That would be traumatic. That would be traumatic for Biden. Can you imagine them just dragging him out of the White House?
Where's my son? Bo, stop them, Bo! Bo! Bo's dead, Biden.
Just dies right on the spot.
Poor Joe.
Fucking throw him off the front of the White House steps, have a fucking dirty dive bar. The fucking Secret Service, their hands after.
And stay out.
Yeah.
Poor
terrible.
Joseph.
That'd be terrible.
Poor
Joseph. We would hate to
Biden.
see that.
Dude, in the Republicans America, that's what would happen. That's why the DNC, that's why you have to vote Democrat, even though they're Redditors and Swifties, and some I assume are good people. But that's the future. That's what would happen to him. That's exactly what would go down.
Yeah, it's not. They're definitely not going to do that as soon as Kamala is elected. It's not going to be like that at all.
Well, at least they'll do it in good faith.
True enough.
At least they'll do it in good faith. And you know what else they're going to do in good faith is rape JD Vance. They're going to take JD Vance, they're going to tie him down, and they're going to breed him like the little submissive cuck he is. And you might not believe me that this is a mainstay Democratic platform in 2024. That this is something that comes to a resounding applause that everybody can get behind. Everyone can get behind getting behind JD Vance. You wouldn't believe it. But let me tell you, it's the truth. Let's see what they have to say here. These dang Democrats.
I mean, think about what some people have had to go through because of these laws. JD Vance calls pregnancy resulting from rape inconvenient. Like, inconvenience is traffic. I mean, make him go through this.
That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. They want to put him, they want to tie him down. They want to hog tie him. That's a Kentucky governor, so he wants to hog tie him up. He wants to pull his what kind of pants does JD Vance wear? I don't know, but he wants to breed his little pussy, is what I'm hearing from that statement.
But before you continue, am I to understand that what he's saying is that when you have consensual sex and get pregnant, it's an inconvenience, but when you're raped, it's not an inconvenience?
Well, I mean, it's kind of an inconvenience in both cases, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But they 100%
One's just
believe
hotter.
they 100.
One's just more of an inconvenience for the woman. One's more of an inconvenience for a man.
Yeah. The point being, Democrats 100% believe that when it's you get pregnant through consensual sex, it is an inconvenience.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So when it's a rape, what is it? Is it a pain in the ass?
I mean, it will be for JD Vance when he gets butt plugged by this Kentucky governor, because it's not going to take the first time. That's the thing. Is men, they can't get pregnant, but that's not going to stop this guy. Did you see the look in his eyes? Did you see? What? I know. Breaking news. Well, let's not go that far.
Care to elaborate?
We don't want to get kicked off YouTube now.
No, not at all.
But look, that's not gonna stop this guy. You can see the look in his eyes, the violent lust, the uncontained sexual degeneracy within him. Not just degeneracy, but that primal need to try and try again and try again. He's gonna make it work. That is a Democratic Party platform, my Grillas. Can you tell I didn't take any notes this episode or write any jokes?
I'd literally as soon as you stopped talking, I was hearing fucking noises. I might need to go check this out, unironically.
Okay, go for it. Mike is hearing noises. Is he having a Destiny-style Adderall schizophrenic meltdown? Or did some friendly neighborhood people of nondescript racial origin maybe find his nice, pristine home? We'll find out. I'm going to keep it recording in case he, in case something does happen. Because then we'd really find out the type of guy that Mike is. Is he going to be the type of guy that, problem solves? Is he going to beg for forgiveness, say, take whatever you want? Is he going to...
Were you just talking while I was gone?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything. It's probably just the cats.
Okay, great. No, definitely wasn't just talking while you're gone. So, we'll move on, speaking of JD Vance. He's not going to take this lying down. He might take it bent over, but not lying down. JD Vance, look, he's the type of guy that wants to let you know that he is a normal, good dude. JD Vance is definitely not a weird date rapey guy. He doesn't look like your average date rapist. He's not married to an Indian. He's married to an Aryan queen. He wants the people of this country to know he's a trustworthy guy. Okay? He's trustworthy. You can trust him. He's a cool guy. So, he goes around to small town America. He goes into different shops, different businesses, and he partakes in their wares. He browses their goods, and he tries to talk to the people. He's just one of us, guys, okay? He's just one of us, and he wants to show that.
Yeah, I go into shops.
I know, me too. It's so relatable. It's and wholesome. Don't forget wholesome. So, let's check this out.
The zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man? Okay, yeah. She doesn't want to be on film, guys, so just cut her out of anything. Appreciate that, man.
Turn off the camera, man.
I'm running for vice president. Good to see you.
Okay.
How long are you working?
Beginning of July.
Okay.
For this year.
Okay, good. How about you, sir?
Almost 2 years.
Okay, good. Just everything, yeah. I mean, a lot of glazed here, some sprinkle stuff, some of these cinnamon rolls, just whatever makes sense. How long has this place been around?
About 4 years.
About 4 years? Okay. How long have you been here?
A little over 6 months.
Okay, good.
Hey, I'm JD Vance. I'm running for vice president. Maybe you heard about me.
Okay.
Okay. You know what is weird? I hate to talk shit about this,
Like
donut
she's
store
voting.
employee. Like she's even eligible to vote. Probably an illegal alien.
Yeah, one of those black black illegal aliens. Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't even speak English. That's why she wouldn't, get more than one word responses to the guy. Not because he's like a weird, off-putting fucking freak.
No habla English.
Bro, like, he keeps trying to connect with them, too. There's at some point, why did they put this out? Why did they put this out as promotional material? I don't get it.
Yeah. It does,
I
it does
guess
beg
it's
the question. Yeah.
Well, it's like, at some point, maybe after the okay, when you say, yeah, I'm running for vice president, maybe you heard of me. And she's just like, okay. Maybe at that point, you're just like, all right, well, I'm going to go sit in this booth and start scrolling on my phone. You clearly don't want to talk to me. You don't want anything
please,
to do with me.
Please just all jelly filled. Thank you. I'll be over there.
Yeah, you should be able to tell, if you're a politician, you're supposed to be the king of charisma. You're supposed to be able to walk into a room and light it up with your smile, give some pithy quips, a couple jokes, just make people feel at ease, like they want you around. This is the exact opposite of that. He overstays his welcome.
Yeah, and I feel like he's just kind of like standing around waiting for them to ask him about economic policy or something. Like they give a fuck.
Hey, can you?
He's like, I went to Yale. I can answer your questions. Do you have any questions?
Don't you get that I'm only asking you questions, so you'll ask me a question about myself that I can pontificate on for 5 minutes? You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Probably illegal.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate indeed. And, I hate to throw that other donut guy, the one who wasn't, scrambled off the feed. I hate to throw him in the mix because he's just a civilian there. But I feel like he had a very uneasy energy around JD Vance. He couldn't really meet his gaze. And JD Vance, similarly, he didn't seem to be able to look at the guy very effectively. I think that's something that happens. And look, again, I hate to throw this guy under the bus. I don't know him. I don't know what he's about. I don't know what he's doing. But he kind of looks like a date rapist too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have two guys, both date rapists allegedly. And there's probably
sources say.
Is there like an alpha pecking order between the two? Like here, I'll go back to this guy again. See what I mean? Like, is there some sort of like unspoken thing? Like we've seen each other before. We're both in the club.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not.
Let's
gonna
pretend
look at
we
you.
don't know each other.
He's like, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm looking down at the donuts, jelly filled. JD Vance, I'm gonna stare at the black lady who doesn't want to be on camera. I'm just gonna put all my focus on her. Okay, it is suspicious. It does make me a little bit curious about what's the connection here? What's going on?
Yeah, what the hell is going on? Look, I'm just asking questions, okay? And as we all know, if you're just asking questions, that means you can say whatever defamatory statement you want about somebody and get away with it.
This is the core of journalism that
this is the core of ethical, good faith journalism. A core tenet, indeed. And God, didn't write any segues, didn't write any jokes. But
quick, listeners, look over there.
Look over there, listeners, to RFK, and Donald Trump recently made a super epic Marvel crossover alliance. It's like it's the biggest deal in the fandom and political fanfic industry.
It's true. Political, Twitter, right-wing Twitter is quite literally soying out over this crossover event.
They are. I saw this guy. I saw guys tweeting about it. They're like, this is literally going to go down in the history books for everyone to see forever. RFK, a marble garbling retard. Endorsed Donald Trump. A guy who was losing dropped out of the race and endorsed another candidate. Guys, this is going to make history.
Yeah. No, it's also bold of them to assume that people will be writing books 50 years from now.
Right. Maybe tweets will be written about it or whatever.
And we're not just going to have information scanned directly into our brain.
That's exactly what's going to happen. But look, there's this, big RFK fan base out there. And to me, I kind of feel like RFK, he stands for something. This RFK guy. Say what you want about him, he stands for something. Retard faggot king. That's what he stands for. He's the king of the retarded faggots. Everybody every retarded faggot. No, I'm serious. Look around. Look at every RFK supporter. Retarded faggot king, RFK. Every RFK supporter has been a giant retarded faggot and has been for the whole election season. They look at this guy who sounds like he's choked on so many dicks that he's reaching the point of death. Monkeypox has spread out throughout his tonsils. Semen coming from his lungs every time he coughs. Yeah, there's a reason we have not covered him on this show. It's because listening to him talk actually fucking disturbs me.
Yeah, and he's not a radical centrist. He's just a Democrat that got kicked out of his own party.
Yeah, no, that's one thing. People try and say, oh, he's a radical centrist because, he was, a Democrat, but he's, an old school lib. These guys who are obsessed with old school lib. Dude, what if I took this ideology that was retarded in the 90s and then applied it to right now? Whoa, that makes me a radical centrist. No, it makes you a retarded faggot. And RFK is your retard faggot king. Listening to him talk actually bugs me so much. And I listen to these podcasts, right? I listen to Tim Dillon or Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, or, just good, clean, comedic fun. And all these guys have him as a guest.
And none of them stop to ask, why do you sound like that? Can you stop?
Dude, are you
you stop doing
is this
that
a
voice?
joke right now?
Dude,
that accent is not funny. That accent is not funny. Can you knock it off? And also, none of them stop to ask, hey, how do you think you're going to get elected when you sound like that, man? It's impossible. Why are you running this campaign?
Question.
What's the real reason you're doing this? You're not trying to get elected. It doesn't matter that you're a Kennedy. It just does not matter because you sound like that.
Yeah.
But, he joins the stage with Trump, and much to the rightoid's delight, the crossover event finally heckin' happened. And RFK endorses him. He goes out there and says, look, I know I'm a 90s lib dude, but you gotta support this guy. All right, man?
Who also happens to be a 90s lib.
It's a breaking news alert. It's crazy. How could this have possibly happened? Nobody ever saw it coming.
No, I said it before. We're at a place in America where we have 3 Democrats running for office.
Oh man, that is a big brain take right there. Did you come up with that all by yourself, big guy?
I did. I wrote it down and in my notes, and I said people are gonna be stunned when I say that. I'm gonna give you a participation trophy when I come visit you in a couple of weeks. Wow, that really is something. We're gonna put this up on the fridge right here, buddy. We can look at it every day. Yeah. That's
anyway,
some political discourse.
They do have some key political disagreements, though. Look, they're both 90s libs. They're both, retarded faggots. But they do have some key differences that are important to point out. So let's check that out and see where the chips fall there.
Our children are now the unhealthiest, sickest children in the world. Don't you want healthy children? And don't you want the chemicals out of our food? And don't you want the regulatory agencies to be free from corporate corruption?
You see Trump's face there? Do you see his face when RFK is fucking
all he's
spewing
thinking about
that
is
vile...
all he's thinking about is McDonald's.
Yeah,
right there.
dude. This is a guy who brought in like $10,000 worth of McDonald's to feed a football team at the White House. And you think he wants chemicals out of food? Donald Trump is the goy slop king. He loves goy slop. He runs on goy slop. He's a goy slop fueled machine.
Yeah, and of course the conservatards, they're too daft to see into RFK Jr.'s. It's really an insidious plan, and they're too stupid to see it, to infect Trump's campaign with these anti-American ideas. He's gonna take away things that make us American. No more cheeseburgers and purple drank. No more AIDS. Who will we make fun of? Who will we make fun of when there's no more chronic illness and autism? Can you answer this?
I can't answer that. I can't even imagine a future where that's possible. But that's the type of future that this
it's a future that scares me.
Retarded faggot king. That's the type of future that he envisions for the world. It's sick. It's disgusting. And it does warm my heart to know that Trump doesn't buy it at all. That he's looking at the guy.
That he's just going to use his endorsement and then, dump him in the trash like a used condom.
Yeah. He's gonna fucking throw him on the side of the fucking bed like a fucking used skeet rag. That's what he's gonna do. He's done, dude. He's cooked. And look, the thing about Donald Trump is he looks at the camera there like he's in the heckin' office and he's looking at the camera. Ooh, what a wacky situation. Did he just say that? That's the type of look he gave the camera. And that, it does warm my heart as a goy slop enjoyer myself that I know the future will be safe for me, but I don't like this rhetoric popping up. I just don't.
I'm unironically though, like I'm thinking of libertarians just going, but maybe I like the chemicals in my food. That's my choice. It's my choice to get cancer and die.
Those are some wacky people. They sure are.
We love them.
I hope that they can get all the chemicals they can ingest. I hope they make that choice as fast and as often as possible. Respectfully. In good faith. And leave this world quickly. So let's see what Trump has to say. After this riveting, impassioned speech that Marble Mouth over there eked out of his fucking cancer-ridden throat. And you gotta endorse Donald Trump for president. Let's see what Trump has to say about this. Is he appreciative? Does he appreciate the heartfelt support that he received here today?
Wow, that was something, huh? That was something.
Look at that guy.
Fantastic guy.
Trump's gonna put that fucking endorsement speech right up on the fridge next to your pithy little quote. That's what he's gonna do, Micah. You and RFK
and I'm
right
honored.
next to each other. Wow, that was something. I'm gonna go point over here now. You fucked up the speech when that's the response.
Yeah. No, it was God.
The only thing that brings me joy in this moment, that brings me a little bit of joy, a brief respite in this tired world of having to watch an RFK speech for 5 minutes to clip that, is Donald Trump going on to dab on him even more. One thing I appreciate about Trump, he's not a gracious or grateful guy. He knows that this RFK, this retarded faggot king, that is to be used and discarded. He has no place in the administration. He has no place in the heart of the American people. And he goes on to show that here.
He did well, and the polls are good and all, but you have to remember we have sort of like a two-party system. It was designed that way, and it's awfully tough. And as well as he did, he'd be at 10 and 15 and 16 points sometimes. That's a lot. Wow. But if he were in a regular system, like as a Democrat or perhaps as a Republican, but not against me, of course. But if he were in a regular system, there are a lot of people that maybe liked him the best.
Not against me, of course.
Yeah.
Not against
I suppose,
me.
hypothetically, in a made-up scenario that will never happen and could never exist, people might support him.
And look, the guy just went out there and stumped for him. He used all of his talking voice for that day. That's all he had. He can't go home and tell his wife and kids that he loves them because his voice is shot. There's nothing left. He used all the gas in his tank. And what does Donald Trump have for him?
And he's been kicked out of the house for supporting Trump.
Yeah, and he's been apparently
he's sleeping on the couch.
Apparently the wife is mad, and it's like, bitch, shut up,
That's also true.
This isn't your deal. I hope that RFK goes on like a steroid rage and like kicks her ass for that one. That would be earned. That would be earned.
Yeah.
But, Trump, the best he can give him is, wow, that was something. Wow. Ooh, that was so good. He did really well. He got 10, 15 points. Let's all give the little guy a round of applause. Good job, little guy. Wow.
Thanks for for your votes. Thank you. Please move on now. You're crowding the stage a little bit.
Maybe if you ran against someone, not me, but someone else, like a corpse,
a rock,
Yeah, maybe you could have a shot someday, big guy. You did a good job. We're gonna put you up right here on the fridge.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we got out of the Republican
very fair and balanced
faction.
coverage for you all.
Yeah, so that's what we like to do. We like to be fair and balanced, and we have all of our ducks in a row. We make sure that everybody's represented, including Micah. You wanted to talk about this weird lady. This.
We definitely want to do shout out the DNC protesters, of which there were many. They were very upset, very angry. Okay, the DNC is over here having a nice time, having a good time, but they're doing this thing that doesn't sit well with the protesters. It's a thing called supporting Israel. Now, of course, you would never expect this to be controversial, but somehow it is. And so you had.
I like how you said controversial.
And that makes you sound controversial smart in and of itself. But
saying words like a homo makes you sound smart.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead, buddy.
No, I'm done. I'm abandoning this.
Hey, do you remember that time that I said Russell Brand was like, what did I say? I said that he was like
pervert guy.
No. I said that he was accused of sexual impropriety, and then you made fun of me for that. Did I abandon the segment, Micah? Did I bitch out?
I'm surprised you're still thinking about that, but okay, go on.
I think about it every day because it was a cool way to say it. It was cool and smart.
But anyway, so a lot of people showed
That
up.
may be
a
controversial statement, but it was cool.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Lots of people angry. Okay. And one person in particular showed up to protest the Democratic Party's support for Israel, and we're going to take a look at that here.
All right, let's take a look at that. Probably, anti-Israel protester. They tend to be well-balanced people. The type of thing that really warms your heart.
Can I just say? Can I just say before we start the clip? It does offend me a little bit. Like, I get it. Like, you're upset. Like, but how does a bunch of brown people dying overseas justify you harassing a brown person running for president? I don't understand.
I mean, that's the mind of the wingcuck. That's wingcuck logic right there. They're able to jump through hoops and do whatever they need to do to denigrate those in the POC community, however way they can.
Indeed.
Whatever way they can. I'm going to edit however way they can because that sounded stupid. I'm taking that out. Let's see what she has to say.
Has that worked? What are you hoping you're going to get out of this?
I'm not looking for a riot. I'm not looking for people to get severely injured or injured in general. I am here because it's a fun time. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Holding this sign feels fun to you?
Yes.
Do you worry that you're hurting the larger message here? Do you support the larger message here of anti-war?
Oh, I'm not anti-war. I'm anti-Israel.
Ryan,
Okay,
what's
I
that
can't
sign
watch
say? What's that sign say? Can you read that for the viewers? No.
It's a little too controversial for me to read to put out there. I can't say that in non-Gumroad episodes, but what I can say is that these guys are making a mistake going up, talking to this person, trying to, someone who clearly is not of right mind, clearly somebody who doesn't, have it all together, someone who probably shouldn't even be considering politics. Are you really going to go there? Okay. Are you really going to walk up to somebody and say, hey, you're a woman, I'm going to talk some sense into you. Hey, you're a woman with colored hair, I'm going to take your political opinion seriously.
You look like a woman who would talk to me.
Dude,
but see,
that would kind of be epic if they pulled them.
Yeah, try to hit on this individual. But see, these are exactly the type of people who come out. These are exactly the type of people who come out to protest Israel. Ugly liberal women.
Yeah, with their pink hair and their and their crazy hats,
their septum rings, and their signs, their satanic symbols, and it's unfortunate, and I think a lot of it stems from jealousy, a deep seated hatred of themselves, a sort of what is it? Dysmorphia. Because these women, what it's really about is they look at Jewish women who are some of the most beautiful women on earth.
Well,
and
okay,
they just can't stand it. And they just can't stand it. They can't stand the idea that there's a country full of them.
Well, look, I do understand that, but it probably comes from a place, to her credit, where it's like a dating market thing.
Someone's gonna see this.
You can see behind the cardboard. Not so good milkers there. They look non-existent. I'll say it that way. Non-existent. This could be a tranny. I'm kind of 50-50 on this being a tranny. So imagine you're a flat-chested woman. Imagine you're a flat-chested woman. You got some little mosquito bites, and you look over to Israel, see what's going on over there, and you see all these big titty IDF girls just blasting away Palestinians.
Exactly.
And you think to yourself, why do they have what I don't have? Why do they get all of this? And here I am. Did they steal it from me from birth? Are interest rates to blame for my lack of tits?
Yeah, she's like, God, I don't have tits like that. I don't have the balls to shoot people who are an existential threat to my existence. I can't stand them.
Just looking at this, like, whenever women do political things just for attention, which this clearly is, it's just like, I don't know. I just kind of wish that there weren't guys like these fucking idiots that took the bait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Feed into it. The best thing to do, if you just completely ignored her and acted like she was a homeless person, that's what you do. That's what you do when homeless people do this type of shit. You just don't look at them.
To be
avert
fair,
your eyes, you keep walking.
To be completely fair and transparent, we did have Rose Malay on our show.
Yeah. And
nothing.
Rose Malay was a porky little tranny. He probably had bigger tits than this bitch does.
They put the effort in. They did the hard, arduous work necessary in that journey.
Right.
This person thinks that they can just show up with a sign that has slurs on it, and they're just going to propel themselves to the front of the line.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's trying to launch an e-career. Maybe this is an OnlyFans promotion. That's kind of what I assume, because how else are you going to get people to sign up looking like that?
Maybe she's trying to court Nick Fuentes.
Oh, yeah, that might be.
This is a notice me senpai situation.
Yeah, I think that could probably be probably his type. So a girl that
Anyways, if you know this
indeterminate birth gender.
If you know this woman, please ask her to come on the show. We'd love to talk to them.
I wouldn't. I'm good off that one, buddy. I'm good off that one, because I'd rather talk to someone like this. Well, I need a palate cleanser after this. I listen to these sort of wing cucks sitting there conversing, exchanging ideas with each other in the best way that they can, scribbling. Cavemen, they would scribble on walls. This woman picks up cardboard and scribbles on that. That's the best she can do. But there's a better language, a love language, and that is food, that is grilling, the very essence of radical centrism, the sharing of nutritional feed for the entire tribe to enjoy. That is what it means to be a human, to ascend beyond these wing-cuckish caveman desires, such as these people. I'd like to show what we can aspire to. This is what we came from, but this is what we can be.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Dan.
Here's a little treat for you.
All right, you just make them, or
Just made them yesterday.
All right,
Just got them out of the smoker today.
Cool.
Yeah, by God, it's got a little cheese to it. Cook one up when you're watching football. That's my homemade.
Going up right now. I haven't eaten supper yet. I cleaned my entryway out. It was a disaster.
Yeah, if you haven't had supper, well, that'd be a treat for you. I just made them Sunday, and I've got them smoked today, and you're going to get some. I got some sticks over in the freezer for you, and some summer size too, buddy. Cook up a few of them for you and the boy, and have a nice meal. And I got about 100 pounds in the car, so let me know when them are gone. I'll fix it some more. And I want to tell you thank you for being such a beautiful neighbor. God bless you.
To a voice in the breeze.
What a nice guy.
Is this guy like the fucking meat Santa? He's got 100 pounds of fucking home smoked sausage. He's just flinging around to his
He probably
neighbors.
killed a
That's
deer,
amazing.
bro.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He killed a deer. He prepared some sausages. He brought them to his neighbor. He's just excited about it. That is a guy. Look, he's clearly in a trailer park. You can tell by looking at where they are.
Bus.
He's not a man of means. You can tell. But the means that he has are those of his heart. And it's not just, the fact that he's a griller and that's cool and everything, but the excitedness that he had to share it, to share with the community, to bond with them over it, to let his neighbor know that he appreciates it.
I have never been that genuinely enthusiastic in my life.
No, seriously. It warmed the cockles of my heart. It really did. That's what we can be. And it's just, watching those two videos, watching the e-girl.
Yeah.
And watching that, it really does put things in perspective, the wide berth of humanity and, what it is to be ascended and what it is to be in the gutter. So why don't you think about that, my grillas? Let that roll around in your noggin a little bit, all right? And Micah, you have any final words for us?
Like, comment, subscribe, please.
All right, and with that, peace out.
Yeah, I'm old as a boomer. My mind said I'm zooming. Everything cooler, long as I'm not Laura Loomer. If you think I'm not number one, I dispel that rumor. Hit the victory royale on some motherfucking coochie. Default dance on a bitch. Hit the default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in a whip. Victory royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no participation. News keep asking, I don't say shit. You can't have my conversation.
Fuck, I'm so tired.